How we doing, guys? Moose here, and welcome back to episode number 36 of our West Ham United career mode. I want to thank you all so much for all the support on every episode, week in, week out. It really is greatly appreciated. If you could hit a like button on this episode, it would be fantastic for the channel and show how much we are enjoying this career mode so far. And we are going to get back to the Moose's mailbag segment to start this episode out. I said I had some comments that I was saving here, and the first one we're going to get to is Kino's here. He says, does Dybala's wastefulness in front of goal concern you? He's had enough chances, but in tighter games he might not have that luxury. And I think, to be honest, Kino, he's been fantastic for us. I agree that there are some chances he should have scored, but when you're the leading goal scorer in the Barclays Premier League, I don't think I have much to complain about. I would obviously like him to maybe put one or two more of those chances in the back of the onion bag in the tight games, but overall, I can't complain 1 ounce about what Paulo Dybala has brought to our team. The next question is going to come from Aquaman. He says, with Dybala becoming West Ham's most prominent scorer and a great deal of depth at striker and midfield, is there any chance Payet could be sold in the next transfer window for the right price? Of course. Obviously, I think everyone would be available from our team at the right price. I don't think there's any way, we could hold off like a Real Madrid or anything like that if they're going to pay the right price. But for me right now, there's no way Payet's going to go out. He's still in the top 3 players in the entire club. He's been fantastic, and with the wingers struggling, we've had a rotating winger position. We could see Payet move out there and someone else slot into that cam position, so he's definitely still safe in the team, I would have to say. And final question is Matt 10. We've been playing a 4-2-3-1 attack. He says, would a 4-4-2 possibly be able to wreak havoc on the Premier League in a much better way? We have such fluid attacks, but it looks like we haven't really cleaned up perfectly. We haven't seen a true cam. So are we interested in a 4-4-2? I would definitely be interested. It's a question. If you guys want to put what you think our best lineup is in the comments, that'd be great. Because I think a 4-4-2 would be fantastic because of how many good strikers we have. But I don't want to necessarily lose anyone from midfield. Noble's been so good lately. Chiante's been good. Gortska's been good. Of course, we've got Payet, Carrillo, Ceballos, Lanzini. So many really good midfielders that it's hard to decide who we want to bring in. If you take a look at the lineup here, I just talked about Payet's pushed out to the wing because Morales has been struggling. Carrillo's going to be on the other side. Ceballos will be in the hole just behind Paulo Dybala with Gortska and Chiante in midfield. So you can see how many options we have. But if we were to play a 4-4-2, I want you guys to let me know in the comments what you think our ideal 4-4-2 lineup would be, or what player we could bring in that would really suit a 4-4-2 that might be better than somebody we have in the lineup right now. But I went through our front 6 players. Obviously, you can see them. We have Cresswell, Reed, Ogbonna, and Van der Veer across the back line with Jack Butland in goal. Morales, Lanzini, Carroll, Sacco all on the bench if we do need them here against Hull City. And of course, Hull will be going with 5 at the back. Robertson, a player we were linked with, but he's now actually gone up to 78 overall, I think. And he will be, tough to bring in if we wanted to bring in a new left back. But the way Medin's been playing in relief of Cresswell when we have put him in there, I don't think we necessarily need that. And of course, we will be going up against former West Ham United player Mohamed Diame, who requested a transfer, went to Hull City. In a, not the most amicable of circumstances, but Andre Carrillo with lovely skill plays the ball and looking for Dybala early on, and he nearly puts the ball in the back of the net, and that could be one of those chances we were talking about Paulo Dybala missing, although it was very tough on the turn. And Hull very quickly on the counterattack have a good chance, but Butland comes away, takes the angle out, and is able to keep the ball out of the back of net. And Carrillo showing more of the silky skills he has. He has 5-star dribbling, and he is showing that off right about now here in the 10th minute. As Cresswell now picks on the ball, comes forward, finds Danny Ceballos, dances around a defender, and strikes it, but it's a good save by Victor, the Hull City keeper. And it's another chance as Dybala is found from Chiante, strikes it hard, but it's a good save by the Hull City keeper, who looks to be in fantastic form very early on here with 3 in close, tight quarter saves on Paulo Dybala. But Diame, the man we just talked about in the 26th minute, coming forward, and Butland thankfully keeps out Mohamed Diame. That would have been an absolute heartbreaker if he'd have scored against his former club. For us, really, not for him. Of course, he probably would have, scored it out of spite. But thankfully for us, we do keep him out of the back of the net, and things stay all square at 0-0. We're in the 63rd minute now. Payet dancing around 2 defenders. He should score, but it's somehow tipped onto the post. Victor, in the form of his life, keeps keeps out Dimitri Payet, who had easily the best scoring chance of the entire afternoon, except for now Carrillo, who's gone through an unbelievable ball played from Aaron Cresswell that Carrillo latches on to the end of, but unfortunately we're not able to score. One last chance for Dybala as it's whipped in from, I think it was Payet, into Aaron Cresswell. He looks to float it maybe for Andy Carroll or Diafra Sacco. It's come away as far as Keontae. Andy Carroll hits on a turn with his right foot, but he puts it well high, wide, and not so very handsome. And that would be all she wrote. A 0-0 draw. Very, very disappointing, I have to say so myself, because we deserve the 3 points on the balance of the play. 14-6 shots, 10-1 shots on target, 55% possession, and we're still not able to come away with the victory. Man of the match for me was Cheku. Keontae's going to get the 3 Moose's Mighty Hammer points. 2 points for Dimitri Payet. We've got Payet, and 1 point for Angelo Ogbonna, who was very solid at the center of defense. But disappointing nonetheless to come away with the draw, and we'll then go forward with some training here. Try and get Medine up. You can see he's up to 70 overall. And really, I'm just going to show you guys the training when someone goes up in overall, just because I think, you know, that's a milestone. We want to show that. And Callum Wilson is now coming off and said, "Hey, boss, thanks for letting me in the team. I'm really appreciating the run of games you gave me. I played him 1 time. Guy's delusional. Maybe we should keep him. He doesn't know he's not even playing." But either way, he's not going to get in the lineup in this particular matchup as we head up north to Old Trafford to take on Manchester United, a team that is just full of firepower right about now. But they're sitting about the same as us in the table. They're 3 points behind us on 12 matches played, and we are just 4 points off of the Premier League leaderboard, the top of the table. And we can see Dybala top of the goal-scoring charts with, unbelievably, Leighton Baines was first. Matt Jarvis was 5th. What in the world is going on? But look at that United line. Muller, Rooney, Mata, Depay, Kroos, Schneiderlin. That's unreal. Not to mention De Gea. They got Martial, Schweinsteiger on the bench. That is just a sickening, disgusting lineup, and we are going to have to contend with them in this matchup with this team. Dybala, Payet just behind him. Antonio and Morales. We've completely swapped up our wingers yet again, hoping these guys can press. Noble's come into the starting lineup for Goretzka just to try and break things up, see how our skipper will do getting back in the lineup, and the rest of the back line is the same with Butland in goal. And so we come away from kickoff here with Mikel Antonio onto the ball. Plays out wide to Gregory Vanderville. He sees Antonio making a streaking, darting run down the right-hand side here, just inside the first man. He comes forward. He's played the ball in. Dybala looks to direct it towards the goal, and he's brought down. I believe it was Marcus Rojo. Argentine on Argentine violence. They're certainly against that in their home country, but Rojo takes down Dybala. Maybe he's mad because they copied each other's shoes. I don't know. But either way, Dybala's won a penalty in the opening minute, and that means our skipper, Mark Noble, our best penalty taker in the Premier League, will step up to take it. What a turn of events. Good thing we put him in the lineup because Noble puts it away. 1-0 to West Ham United. Just a minute and a half gone in the matchup, and we're already 1 ahead away at Old Trafford. It's the absolute perfect start. No way else we could have hoped for it, with Noble to put the ball in the back of the net and give us that early 1-goal advance. But United's certainly not going to be okay with that as Rooney steps onto the ball here. He lays off for Schneiderlin, out to Memphis Depay. Somehow, Butland gets a piece of it, and I believe it was Ogbonna there that cleared the ball off the line and kept things out for us. But Phil Jones to play the ball forward now. He finds Wade Rooney, flicks it on, but Butland gets behind the ball with his strong hands and keeps it out and allows us to come forward on the counterattack yet again. Mikel Antonio creating havoc now on this left-hand side. Whips in for Dybala! Paulo Dybala! He's not going to miss from there. We talked about him missing chances, but it is not to be this time. The former Palermo and Juventus boy, the Argentine, creating mischief yet again. He's going to be the new Messi, I'll tell you what. He is just scoring goals left, right, and center for absolute fun. That is a lovely finish. It's a little bit too close to De Gea maybe for my liking, but it comes down with such pace. He has no chance to keep it out, and we've got a 2-0 advantage, just 18 minutes gone. An absolute stunning turn of events here at Old Trafford. Butland, though, plays the ball forward and turns it over. One of the rare miscues that he makes in the entire match. Depay decides, I'm going to go for the chip here, but Butland does backpedal quickly enough to keep the ball out, and Darmian then finds the Man United skipper, Wayne Rooney. He whips the ball across the face. A goal to Schneiderlin, but Butland stands tall yet again. Brick wall Jack Butland, as he came to be known in this particular matchup here in the 45th minute. The ball, lovely skill, lays off to Antonio. His shot is blocked. It comes away as far as Keontae. Laid off for Antonio yet again, and we eventually do win a corner late on in the 45th minute. Will be whipped in by Payet to Mark Noble, who gets a head on, and De Gea does very, very well to keep it out, and that would send us to halftime. Into the second half, though, United piling on the pressure yet again. again, they dominated possession in this particular matchup, and we see them pinging the ball around. The former Bayern man, Thomas Muller, the Bavarian, strikes it. He does come away and wins a free kick here in the 52nd minute that Juan Mata runs over. Rooney comes up to take it, and he rockets it off the crossbar. We're very fortunate that Rooney wasn't able to curl it up and over the wall and into the back of the net, but United staying in possession here. Depay comes through, and Jack Butland, yet again, in the form of his life. I'll tell you what, brick wall Butland, as he's going to become to be known. This is an unbelievable performance he's turning in, and United trying to put on the pressure. Yet again, they could have 4 or 5 goals right now, but Butland has said no. He shut the door on them, and we come forward now the other way in the 58th minute. Morales dancing inside of a couple of defenders, plays the ball forward to Dimitri Payet. He skips around 2 men, lays off Antonio! Mikel Antonio, simplest of finishes, and that is cool, calm, and collected from the former Nottingham Forest winger. He's come into the team. He's been reinstated, trying to prove what he can do due to the abject performances of Andre Carrillo, Lanzini, Ceballos, and the like. Antonio's got his chance, and it's a lovely finish. He's now got essentially 2 assists because he whipped the ball into Dybala for 1 goal. He played the ball into Dybala that resulted in the penalty for another goal, so he helped create that chance. Jack Butland, I mean, what can I say? I'm talking about chances here and trying to give Antonio praise, and I have to go back to Butland. He's been unbelievable. Noble now in the 75th minute. Noble! He's hit an absolute screamer! Mark Noble with the goal of the season. Send away the voting. We don't need to turn in any cue cards, any kind of vote. We're not having a primary. We're not having a nomination process. It's over. Noble's won the goal of the season. That is a scorcher off the post and in, left-footed nonetheless, past arguably the best goalkeeper in the Premier League and maybe in the world. What a screamer from Noble. He just boshes it over the top of David De Gea. The Spain keeper has no chance at all, and our skipper's got his 2nd of the evening, and it is surely all wrapped up now. Mark Noble sends the West Ham fans home in raptures. What a performance. 2 goals from the West Ham captain as he's reinstated into the lineup, and it was just an unbelievable performance all around. That would be the final whistle, and we would come away with a 4-0 victory. Man of the match for me, brick wall Butland. Jack Butland was unbelievable. You saw some of the saves he pulled off. United had 13 shots on target, and Butland had an unbelievable, because they include crosses and things of the like, 18 saves, or at least interactions with the ball in this matchup. It was unbelievable performance, and we're lucky to come away with a victory. Second, 2 Moose's Mighty Hammer Posts goes to Antonio. Like I said, created 2 goals. May have only got credit for 1 assist, but he created 2 and scored 1 himself. And then Mark Noble, of course, will get 1 Moose's Mighty Hammer point. Reinstated in the lineup, and he's making a claim that maybe he should still be in there because he played absolutely unbelievable. But that's going to be it for this episode, guys. I really hope you have enjoyed it. As always, subscribe if you're new to the channel and you aren't enjoying things. Leave a like, and we'll see you in the next episode, guys. Take care. Bye-bye.
Like we always do with this time. I got to shine.